Imagine waking up to the soft light of dawn, a calm silence before the world stirs. In that delicate moment between sleep and daybreak, you have a choice. You can drift back into dreams, or you can gently awaken to reality, claiming a small victory before the day has even begun. The ancient Stoics knew the power hidden in these early moments. They understood that each morning is not just another routine start, but a new life entirely, a chance to begin again, stronger and wiser. So picture yourself now, eyes opening with purpose, your mind quiet but alert. There's a cool peace in the air. You take a deep breath and feel gratitude flow through you. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love, Marcus Aurelius wrote. And indeed, here you are, alive and gifted with another day. Not everyone woke this morning to see the sunrise. The fact that you have means you've been given something precious. This thought humbles you without bringing sadness. Instead, it fills you with quiet resolve, a reminder that this morning, this very moment, truly matters. In this simple recognition, you've already scored your first win, a triumph of perspective. You have greeted the dawn not with dread or distraction, but with appreciation. This day, like an unwritten letter, lies open before you, and you hold the pen. The warmth of your bed is tempting, the pillow soft against your head. But you remember your purpose, the reason you rise at all. Even a Roman emperor like Marcus Aurelius had to coax himself out of bed at times. He reminds himself, and us, with firm compassion. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work, as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do? Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under the blankets and stay warm? A gentle smile forms as you recall these words. You toss aside the covers and place your feet on the floor. You are a human being, made for more than just feeling nice in comfort. In the stillness of morning, this simple act of rising becomes an act of courage and duty. You step into the cool air willingly, as if stepping into cold water that will, in time, invigorate you. By defeating the desire to remain in bed, you've won another battle. You've chosen nature's call over idle indulgence. In the grand hive of life, every creature has its task. The bees begin to stir, the birds flutter and sing. Now you too begin your work, fulfilling your nature. As you stand and stretch, you feel the slight chill on your skin. Rather than shrink from it, you embrace it. The Stoics taught that we should not only face discomfort, but sometimes seek it out to strengthen our resilience. Think of Seneca, who advised testing ourselves with voluntary hardship so that fortune cannot break us. Here's a lesson to test your mind's mettle. Take part of a week in which you have only the most meager and cheap food, dress scantily in shabby clothes, and ask yourself if this is really the worst that you feared, he wrote. So today, you start with something bracing. Perhaps it's a splash of cold water on your face, a cold shower, or a moment standing by an open window in the dawn air. It sends a shiver through your body, but also a spark of life. You inhale sharply at first, then your breath steadies. Each droplet of cold that falls down your back leaves you more awake and alive. You emerge from this voluntary trial feeling cleansed, invigorated, and proud. You are telling your mind that you do not need total comfort to be content. In fact, by choosing a little discomfort now, you armor yourself for any hardships the day may bring. It's a quiet training of the soul. If you can calmly withstand the cold sting of water or the hunger of a brief morning fast, then what trouble can a delayed train or a difficult email truly give you? In this, you feel strong. You remember how Cato, the Stoic statesman, would walk the streets of Rome in simple, worn garments, indifferent to the mockery of onlookers, just to practice fortitude and humility. Inspired by that, you let go of any need to appear perfect. You relish the cold, the plain, the simple. By the time you dry off and dress, You've gained yet another victory. You have met discomfort, and you did not back down. Now dressed and awake, your day truly begins. But unlike so many who plunge straight into noise and hurry, you choose to start from a place of calm. Perhaps you sit down with a journal and a cup of coffee, or find a comfortable spot to meditate for a few minutes. The house is still quiet. You put pen to paper and let your thoughts flow, or you close your eyes and follow your breath. In these moments, you aren't avoiding the day. You are fortifying yourself for it. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius used the early hours to converse with their own souls. His meditations were essentially his morning journal, where he reminded himself of truths and principles to live by. Following his example, you might write, "I will keep my attention on what is within my control. I will meet challenges with patience. I will not let petty things disturb my inner peace." Perhaps you also take a book of Stoic wisdom off your shelf, a page of Epictetus or a letter from Seneca, and read a few lines slowly, letting each word sink in. Their counsel is like a guiding star for your day. Or perhaps you simply reflect on what must be done today and how you wish to meet it. With what attitude, with what virtue. This gentle planning isn't worry, it's intention. It's like a sailor checking the compass before setting sail. By articulating your guiding principles at dawn, you anchor yourself. If meditation is more your style, you breathe slowly and witness thoughts rising and falling without getting entangled. You become aware of the subtle sensations around you, the cool air on your skin, the solid ground beneath you, the rising and falling of your breath. In this attentive stillness, your mind clears, like a pond settling until the water is transparent. You notice the worries that quietly tiptoe into your mind, the deadlines, the errands, the uncertain future. You acknowledge them, then let them go, returning your focus to the present moment. The Stoics called this prosouche, or attention. They trained themselves to be mindful of the present, to guard that first fortress, the mind, against anxiety about things outside their control. After this inward stretch of the mind, you feel centered. You remind yourself of who you want to be today. Character is a daily construction project, and morning is when the foundation is laid anew. Who will you be today? A person of virtue, a person of honor. Marcus Aurelius wisely urged, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." In the morning hush, you take this to heart. Instead of overthinking or doubting yourself, you simply resolve to be good today, to embody the virtues the Stoics cherished: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. You might speak a small affirmation aloud. Today I will practice kindness and patience. Today I will be brave enough to do what is right. Today I will not waste time on trivial anger or envy. By setting this intention, you have effectively won the day in advance. No matter what happens later, you have committed to responding as your best self. It's a promise between you and you, made in the sunrise's golden glow. The sun climbs a little higher, and with your mind composed, you take a moment to envision the day ahead. Not with anxiety, but with calm preparedness. The Stoics believed in greeting whatever comes with equanimity. Part of that strength comes from anticipating challenges before they arise. So you think about the hours to come, the people you may encounter, the tasks awaiting you, the potential obstacles. You do not do this to worry, but to practice acceptance in advance. Perhaps you know you'll face a difficult colleague at work or an unpredictable situation. Rather than dreading it, you say to yourself, "Today I may meet inconvenience, delay, or criticism. Let me be ready to meet them calmly and with a gracious heart." Marcus Aurelius did this each morning. He would remind himself, begin each day by telling yourself, "I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, the arrogant, the deceitful, the envious, the unsocial." He knew that people's negativity happens out of their ignorance of what is good and evil. So if someone crosses your path with rudeness or ingratitude, you won't be shaken. You've expected it. You've already decided not to take it personally. In fact, by calmly foreseeing challenges, you rob them of their power to unsettle you. The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive, Seneca wrote, and you hold this wisdom close. By visualizing possible difficulties, you have rehearsed your graceful response to them. Nothing surprises you, and thus nothing throws you off your path. What might have been a sudden storm is now just a passing cloud in your sky, observed and handled without alarm. This isn't pessimism. It's a quiet optimism that you can handle whatever comes, because you've seen it in your mind already. Equipped with this foresight, you also carry with you another Stoic shield. The knowledge that some things are simply beyond your control, and that's okay. You cannot control the sunrise, or the traffic, or the moods of others. You can only control the attitude you carry. So if the schedule shifts or the unexpected happens, you recall a core teaching of Epictetus. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Those words echo in your consciousness as a reminder that no frustration can truly disturb you unless you give it permission. Standing in the morning light, you resolve not to hand that permission over. If it rains later, it will rain. You won't waste a moment grumbling at the clouds. If there's traffic, you might use that pause to focus on your breathing or to listen to something uplifting. If someone is in a bad mood, you'll understand that's their issue and not let it become yours. By surrendering the illusion of control over everything external, you gain a far greater power over yourself. Paradoxically, this mindset is immensely empowering. It means the victory of the day is already largely won within you. External events can rage, but the calm center you built at dawn will hold. Before you step outside to meet the world, you take stock of all that you have. It's easy to launch into the day thinking only of what must be done or what you lack. But the Stoic way is to cultivate contentment and gratitude for what is already here. So you pause, perhaps with that warm drink in hand, and look around your life as if seeing it with fresh morning eyes. So much is good. So much is enough. Marcus Aurelius gently advised, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." You let that thought wash over you. Imagine not having the very things you might take for granted. The roof over you, the people you love, the body that carries you. Suddenly, any sense of lack dissolves into a sense of abundance. You have life, you have breath, you have this new day. What more could you truly need? In your mind, you list a few blessings, perhaps your family, your friends, the breakfast waiting for you, the abilities and opportunities you've been given. Each one is precious. You decide that today you will not get lost chasing what you don't have. You will savor what you do. In a world that often pushes us to always want more, you choose to want what you already have. And in that contentment, you find a deep well of peace. It will be hard for anyone or anything to steal the joy of a person who knows how rich they already are. A gentle strength now fills you. You have honored your life, your purpose, your resilience, your mind, your values, and your blessings, all in the first hour of waking. What remains is to carry this harmony into the world outside your door. The Stoics did not practice wisdom in isolation. They believed in action, especially in how we treat others. So as a final touch to your morning, you kindle a thought of kindness. You resolve that your first interactions today will be gentle, empathetic, and true. Seneca reminds us that wherever there is a human being, there exists the opportunity for an act of kindness. Maybe your day's first chance comes as you greet your family or roommates, or when you encounter a neighbor on your morning commute. Perhaps it's as simple as a smile and a sincere good morning, or brewing a cup of coffee for your partner and placing it by their side with a loving note, or sending a brief message of encouragement to a friend in need. It might even be an act of compassion toward yourself, forgiving yourself for yesterday's mistakes, or giving yourself a few extra minutes to enjoy the morning quiet. Each small act is significant. By doing something kind at the outset of your day, you reinforce that you are not only capable of enduring the world's slings and arrows, but also of giving goodness back. This is a win not just for you, but for everyone you touch. Your morning has been a nurturing ground for virtue, and now, like a tree bearing fruit, you extend those virtues outward. The time has come to step fully into the stream of the day. You pick up your bag or your keys, ready to engage with the tasks and people that await. But notice, you step out not as a harried, half-awake person rushing to catch up with life, but as a calm warrior who has already secured the high ground. In the past half hour or so, you have greeted life with gratitude, risen with resolve, strengthened yourself through a bit of hardship, centered your mind, set your intentions, anticipated challenges, embraced acceptance, counted your blessings, and vowed kindness. These are your 10 victories, your 10 morning practices forged in the fires of Stoic wisdom. Each one might have seemed small as you did it. A quiet thought here, a brief exercise of will there, but together they have aligned you with the very best within you. This is what it means to start the day with a win. The trophies are invisible, but unmistakable in how you feel. There is a steadiness in your gaze, a softness in your heart, and a readiness for whatever may come. As you walk forward into whatever the morning brings, traffic or sunshine, busy offices or peaceful solitude, you carry this stoic dawn within you. And should the world press upon you or chaos knock at your door, you have your practices to return to. Take a breath. Recall a quote or a principle that you set in your heart at sunrise. They are your anchors. Every day is a life in miniature, and you have begun this one in triumph. No matter how yesterday ended, or what last night's dreams were, this morning you have chosen victory. The ancient philosopher Seneca would applaud this mindset. Begin at once to live, he wrote, and count each separate day as a separate life. You have done just that. By treating this day as a new life, you've freed yourself from past failures and future anxieties. By winning the morning, you've already lived well today. The rest of the hours to come are a gift and an opportunity to express the strength, serenity, and compassion you've been cultivating since dawn. So step out with confidence and peace. The sun is higher now, and the day calls. You smile, knowing you have started your day not by reacting to the world, but by shaping your own mind and spirit. In doing so, you carry a little fortress of tranquility within you, as well as a beacon of light that may quietly inspire others. Every morning that you practice these stoic habits, you reinforce the truth that victory isn't something one wants at some distant end of a journey. It's won every day, every early morning, in the simple, profound acts of waking up with gratitude, courage, discipline, wisdom, and love. This is how you start every day with a win, and as you move into your day, you do so as the author of your life, grounded in ancient wisdom and alive to the possibilities of the present moment.